There's something you need to know about manifestation that almost no one talks about. It's not about wanting something more. It's not about trying harder. And it's definitely not about spending hours visualizing every detail of your dream life. The real secret is simpler than that. And once you understand it, everything changes. Right now, in this very moment, there are infinite versions of your life existing all around you. Not in some faraway place. Not in the future. Right here. Right now. They're like radio stations, all playing at once. Different songs. Different frequencies. All available to you. But most people stay stuck on the same station. They wake up to the same thoughts. Feel the same emotions. Make the same choices. And then wonder why nothing ever changes. They think they're stuck because life is hard. Because they don't have enough. Because they're not lucky. But that's not why they're stuck. They're stuck because their entire system is tuned to the old reality. Their mind, their body, their emotions, their energy. Everything is still broadcasting the same frequency they've been broadcasting for years. And the quantum field can only give you what matches your frequency. You can't think your way into a new reality. You have to become a new frequency. And when you do, the shift happens fast. Not someday, not eventually, fast. That's what we're going to talk about today. How to shift your frequency so completely that your reality has no choice but to change. And why this method works 10 times faster than anything you've tried before. Let me tell you why most people's manifestations take so long. It's not because the universe is testing them. It's not because they don't deserve what they want. And it's not because they haven't said enough affirmations. Their manifestations are slow because they're sending mixed signals. Think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to tell someone something important, but you're saying one thing with your words and something completely different with your body language. Your words say "I'm confident," but your shoulders are hunched. Your voice is shaking. Your eyes are looking at the floor. Which message do they believe? The words or the body language? They believe the body language. Every time, the quantum field is the same way. You can say "I am abundant" 1,000 times. You can make vision boards. You can visualize your dream life in perfect detail. But if your body tenses up every time you check your bank account, the field doesn't hear the affirmations. It hears the tension. If your chest tightens when you think about love, the field doesn't see your vision board. It feels the tightness. If your stomach knots up when you think about your goals, the field doesn't care about your visualizations. It registers the fear. The quantum field responds to what you are, not what you're trying to be. And most people are trying to manifest from their mind, while their body is still living in the old reality. Their thoughts say new life, but their nervous system says same old struggle. Their words say "I'm ready," but their energy says "I'm scared." And when you send mixed signals like this, the quantum field gets confused. It doesn't know which signal to respond to, so it gives you mixed results. Slow results, frustrating results. This is the real reason manifestation feels hard for most people. They haven't learned how to get their whole system aligned. Their mind, their body, their emotions, their energy, all broadcasting the same frequency. When your whole system aligns, manifestation stops being slow. It stops being hard. It stops feeling like you're pushing a boulder uphill. It becomes natural, easy, fast. And that alignment doesn't happen in your mind. It happens in your body. Your body is what's broadcasting to the quantum field 24 hours a day. Not your thoughts, your body, the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, the shallow breathing, the clenched jaw, the knot in your stomach. All of that is a signal, a frequency, a message to the quantum field. And if those signals are saying "I'm not safe, I'm not enough, I'm still stuck," then that's what the field will mirror back to you. No matter how many affirmations you say. This is why the method I'm about to share with you works so much faster. Because it doesn't try to change your reality from the outside in. It changes your frequency from the inside out. And when your frequency shifts, your reality shifts with it, immediately. Before I show you the method, you need to understand what's been blocking you. Because if you don't clear these blocks first, even the best method won't work. There are 3 things that slow down manifestation more than anything else. And most people are doing at least one of them, without even knowing it. The first thing is waiting. Waiting sounds harmless, patient, even spiritual. But waiting is actually one of the slowest frequencies there is. When you wait, you're telling the universe, it's not here yet. It's coming someday. But not now. And the universe just reflects that back to you. Not now. People wait for the right time. They wait for more money. They wait to feel ready. They wait for a sign. But the quantum field only operates in the present moment, not the future, not the past, right now. So when you're constantly focused on the future, when you're always waiting for things to get better, you're actually pushing your manifestation away. The version of you who already has what you want doesn't wait. They're already living it. Right now. In this moment. The second thing is effort. Most people think manifestation is about trying harder, doing more, working at it. But effort actually creates resistance. When you try too hard to make something happen, when you grip your desires with white knuckles, when you're constantly pushing and forcing, you're sending a signal of lack. You're saying, I don't have this yet, so I need to fight for it. And the quantum field responds to that lack. It gives you more situations where you have to fight, more struggle, more effort. The version of you who already has what you want doesn't strain, doesn't force, doesn't exhaust themselves trying to make it happen. They move with ease, with trust, with a quiet knowing that what's theirs is already on its way. The third thing is needing proof. This one is tricky because it seems so logical. I'll believe it when I see it. Show me the evidence first. Prove to me that this works. But manifestation doesn't work that way. The quantum field doesn't give you proof first and then ask you to believe. It asks you to believe first, and then it gives you the proof. It asks you to align with the frequency of already having it, before you see any evidence, and most people can't do that. They need to see it first. They need external validation before they'll allow themselves to feel aligned. But that's backwards. Your external reality is always reflecting your internal state. Always. So if you're waiting for the outside world to change before you change your frequency, you'll be waiting forever. The change has to start inside you, in your body, in your energy, in your state. And once that internal shift happens, the external world has no choice but to follow. These 3 things, waiting, effort, and needing proof, they're the invisible barriers that keep people stuck. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to fight them. You don't have to overcome them through willpower. You just have to stop feeding them. Stop giving them your energy. And the moment you do, space opens up, your signal becomes clear, and the quantum field can finally hear what you're really asking for. Now we get to the method itself. It's simple, it's fast, and it works because it removes all the interference we just talked about. This method has 3 parts, and all 3 happen in your body, not your mind. Part 1. Get your body calm. Everything starts here, with your nervous system. Your nervous system is either in a state of safety or a state of threat, and whichever state it's in, that's what it broadcasts to the quantum field. When your nervous system feels threatened even slightly, your body tenses up, your breath gets shallow, your muscles tighten, your heart rate increases, and all of that sends a signal. Danger, not safe, need to protect myself. The quantum field receives that signal and gives you more situations that feel threatening, more reasons to stay tense, more experiences that confirm life is hard. But when your nervous system feels safe, everything softens, your breath deepens, your muscles relax, your heart rate slows down, and that sends a completely different signal. Safe, open, ready to receive. So the first step is simple. Get your body into a state of calm. You don't need to meditate for an hour. You don't need to do complicated breathing exercises. You just need to soften. Take a deep breath. Let it fill your belly, not just your chest. Then let it out slowly. Do that a few times. 3 breaths, maybe 5. As you breathe, let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your belly soften. You're not trying to feel a certain way. You're just releasing the tension your body has been holding. That's it. That's the first part. Part 2. Come into the present moment. The second part is about where your attention is. Most people's attention is scattered. Part of them is thinking about the past. Part of them is worried about the future. Part of them is replaying old stories. And when your attention is scattered like that, your energy is scattered too. Your signal is weak, unclear, mixed. But when you bring all of your attention into this moment, right here, right now, your energy becomes focused, strong, clear, and a clear signal gets a fast response from the quantum field. So after you've calmed your body with those few breaths, bring your attention to the present moment. Feel the weight of your body. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Hear the sounds around you. You're not trying to do anything. You're just being here, fully, completely. Stay in this space for 30 seconds. Maybe a minute. This is where your power is. Not in the past, not in the future, right here. Part 3. Feel the version of you who already has it. This is the part that changes everything. Most people try to imagine what they want here. They try to picture it, visualize it, see it in their mind, but that keeps you in your head. And your head is limited. It can only create images from things you've already experienced. This method is different. Instead of imagining what you want, you feel who you need to be. You ask yourself, how does the version of me who already has this feel in their body right now? Not what do they look like? Not what are they doing? How do they feel? Maybe they feel lighter, more spacious, more relaxed, more certain. Whatever it is, feel that now. Let your body shift into that feeling. This isn't pretending. This isn't fake. You're not trying to convince yourself of something that isn't true. You're tuning into a frequency that already exists. The frequency of the version of you who is living that reality right now, on a different timeline. And when you tune into that frequency, even for a few minutes, the quantum field begins to shift your current timeline to match it. You don't need to know how it will happen. You don't need to figure out the details. You just need to become the frequency. When you do these 3 things, calm your body, come into the present moment, and feel the version of you who already has it, you create what's called coherence. Coherence means all parts of you are aligned. Your mind, your body, your emotions, your energy, all broadcasting the same clear signal. And when you're coherent, the quantum field responds immediately. Not in a few months. Not when you've done enough work. Now. This is why the method works 10 times faster. Because it removes all the interference, all the mixed signals, all the internal contradiction. It makes you into a clear, stable, powerful frequency. And the universe has no choice but to match it. Let me tell you why this method succeeds where other methods fall short. Most manifestation techniques focus on the wrong thing. They focus on what you want, on the goal, on the outcome. But the quantum field doesn't care about your goals. It cares about your state. Your state is the frequency you're broadcasting right now. In this moment, with your whole being, you could want something desperately. You could visualize it every day. You could affirm it constantly. But if your state doesn't match the frequency of that desire, it won't manifest. Or it will show up in a distorted way that doesn't satisfy you. This is why people sometimes get what they asked for and still feel empty, because they manifested from the wrong state. They manifested from fear. So even when the thing arrived, the fear remained. They manifested from lack. So even when they got more, the feeling of not enough stayed with them. They manifested from trying to prove something. So even when they succeeded, they still felt like they had something to prove. The method I just shared with you works because it shifts your state first. It doesn't ask you to chase the outcome. It asks you to become the frequency of already having it. And when you become that frequency, The outcome shows up naturally, easily, quickly. You don't have to force it. You don't have to figure out how. You just have to stay in the frequency. This is quantum physics, not wishful thinking. Scientists have proven that the observer affects what they observe, that your state of being actually collapses possibilities into reality. When you observe reality as someone who lacks, you collapse realities that match lack. When you observe reality as someone who has, you collapse realities that match abundance. It's not about positive thinking, it's about state shifting. And state shifting happens in your body, in your nervous system, in your energy field. That's why this method starts with calming your body, with coming into the present moment, with feeling into the new frequency, because those three things shift your state at the deepest level. And when your state shifts, your reality shifts with it. Not because you forced it, not because you worked harder, because you became aligned with it. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. And when you become the version of yourself who already lives in the desired reality, the universe has to reflect that back to you. It's not optional, it's physics. So here we are. You've learned why your manifestations have been slow. You've discovered the three things that create interference. And you've been given the method that works 10 times faster. But now comes the important part. What are you going to do with this? Because knowing this information doesn't change anything. Only applying it does. The real shift happens when you actually practice this. When you take a few minutes today to calm your body, come into the present moment, and feel the frequency of who you're becoming. You don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to do it for hours. Just a few minutes is enough. Because even a few minutes of true alignment creates more change than months of trying to force things to happen. So here's what I want you to do. Sometime in the next 24 hours, try this method. Just once. 3 to 5 minutes. Calm your body with a few deep breaths. Bring yourself fully into the present moment. And feel how the version of you who already has what you want feels in their body. Then notice what happens. You might feel lighter, more peaceful, more certain. You might notice synchronicities starting to appear, little signs that something is shifting. You might find yourself naturally making different choices, taking different actions. Or you might just feel more aligned, more like yourself. Whatever happens, trust it. Because that's the quantum field responding to your new frequency.